Aquarius, if you found this message today, your miracle timeline may have already shifted, and the universe doesn't want you to miss what's coming next. July 17th isn't just another date. A powerful energetic shift is quietly moving events behind the scenes. Doors that seem permanently closed may suddenly begin opening. Stay until the end, because the final sign could reveal whether this miracle has already started in your life. 1. The hidden energy behind July 17th. Welcome back, beautiful Aquarius soul. Whether you're a proud sun sign, a deeply feeling moon Aquarius, a magnetic Aquarius rising, or simply someone who feels pulled to this energy today, I'm so glad you're here, because what I'm about to share with you was not an accident. There's a reason you clicked on this video. There's a reason, out of everything on your screen today, this exact message found you. Call it intuition, call it synchronicity, call it your higher self whispering, pay attention. Whatever you call it, trust it, because today we're talking about something big. We're talking about your miracle timeline, and why so many Aquarius energies across the world are feeling the exact same thing right now. That something is shifting. Not loudly, not with fireworks or dramatic announcements, but quietly, underneath the surface of your everyday life, like a current moving beneath still water. Here's what I want you to understand about timeline shifts, because this concept can sound abstract if you've never explored it before. A timeline shift doesn't mean your entire life rearranges itself overnight. It means the trajectory changes. It means the story that seemed fixed, the disappointment that felt permanent, the door that seemed locked forever, the waiting that felt endless, begins to bend in a new direction, slowly at first, then all at once. Timeline shifts represent new opportunities. They represent inner transformation, reaching a tipping point. They happen when everything you've quietly worked through, every lesson, every moment of patience, every time you chose to keep going instead of giving up, finally reaches critical mass. And when that happens, energy that was once stagnant starts to move again. So why does July 17th feel different? Aquarius, you're ruled by innovation, by sudden insight, by the unexpected. Your energy has always been tied to breakthrough moments, the flash of clarity that appears out of nowhere, the shift that nobody saw coming. And right now, the energetic backdrop of this period is amplifying exactly that quality within you. Change that was building quietly is beginning to surface. Not because of luck, not because of coincidence, but because you've been preparing for this, even in moments when it didn't feel like preparation at all. I won't tell you exactly what's coming, because miracles rarely announce themselves in advance. What I will tell you is this: pay close attention over the coming days. Notice the small things. Notice the feelings that arise without explanation. Notice what starts to feel lighter, because by the end of this video, you may realize it's already begun. Stay with me until the end, Aquarius, because the final sign I'll share could be the confirmation you've been waiting for. 2. Why your miracle timeline is changing. Let's go a little deeper, Aquarius, because understanding why this shift is happening will help you recognize it when it shows up in your own life. Symbolically, the energy surrounding you right now carries a very particular signature, one of release and reawakening. Think of it like this. For a while, certain areas of your life have felt frozen. Maybe it's been a goal that stalled, a relationship that felt uncertain, a dream that seemed to keep slipping, just out of reach, no matter how hard you tried to hold on to it. That frozen feeling wasn't punishment. It wasn't the universe ignoring you. It was preparation. Every delay you've experienced has been quietly reshaping you into someone capable of receiving something bigger than what you originally asked for. This is one of the hardest spiritual truths to accept in the moment, but one of the most beautiful truths to look back on. Delays are not always denials. Sometimes what looks like no is actually the universe saying, not yet, you're not ready for what this could become. And Aquarius, you have a unique relationship with waiting. You don't wait passively. Even in stillness, your mind is working, dreaming, imagining what could be. That restless inner motion has not been wasted. It has been quietly transforming your old lessons into future blessings. Think about the emotional pain points you've carried, the moments where you felt overlooked, misunderstood, or forced to start over. Those experiences taught you resilience. They taught you discernment. They taught you exactly what you don't want, which is often the clearest map toward exactly what you do want. Nothing you've been through has been pointless. It has been building the foundation for what's arriving now. And here's something important. Your patience has not gone unnoticed. There is a reason you kept showing up, even on days when hope felt thin. There is a reason you didn't fully give up, even when giving up would have been easier. That quiet endurance was never wasted energy. It was you, consciously or unconsciously, preparing yourself for this exact moment of shift. Now, opportunities may not appear the way you expect them to. Miracles rarely arrive wrapped in gold ribbon with a spotlight on them. More often, they slip in quietly through ordinary moments, a conversation you almost didn't have, a message you almost didn't answer, a decision you almost talked yourself out of. Divine timing tends to work in whispers, not announcements. It moves through the small, seemingly insignificant details of daily life. And it's usually only in hindsight that you look back and realize that was the moment everything changed. So over these coming days, Aquarius, I want you to soften your grip on control just slightly. Not recklessly, just enough to let something new find its way in. Watch for the unexpected. Watch for the ordinary moment that doesn't quite feel ordinary. Because your miracle timeline isn't some far-off, abstract future event. It may already be quietly unfolding, one small sign at a time. And that brings us to the heart of this message. The 7 signs that your timeline may have already begun to shift. 3 to 7 powerful signs. Your timeline has already shifted, Aquarius. This is the part I want you to listen to with your whole heart, because even one of these signs showing up in your life could mean your shift has already started. Sign 1. You feel unusually peaceful. Not because everything in your life is suddenly perfect. It may not be. But there's a strange, steady calm underneath the surface, even in the middle of uncertainty. This kind of peace isn't circumstantial. It doesn't come from your external situation finally being resolved. It comes from somewhere deeper, almost like your soul already knows something your mind hasn't caught up to yet. If you've noticed a quiet sense of, it's going to be okay, that you can't quite explain, that is not a coincidence. Sign 2. Repeated numbers and meaningful coincidences. Maybe you keep glancing at the clock at the same repeating time. Maybe a certain number keeps appearing on receipts, license plates, or notifications. Maybe you hear the same phrase from 3 unrelated people in the same week. These moments are often dismissed as random, but Aquarius, your intuitive mind knows better. When the universe wants your attention, it often speaks in patterns. Repetition is one of its favorite languages. Sign 3. Old relationships and connections naturally fading. This one can feel bittersweet, but it's one of the clearest signs of a timeline shift. People who no longer align with where you're headed may start to drift, without conflict, without drama, just a quiet distancing. This isn't loss. This is space being cleared. You cannot fully step into a new chapter while still holding tightly to characters who belong to the old one. Sign 4. Your intuition becomes impossible to ignore. That inner voice that usually whispers. Lately, it might feel like it's speaking a little louder. A gut feeling about a decision. A pull toward, or away from, something specific. A sense of knowing, without being able to explain why. Aquarius, your intuition has always been sharp. But during a timeline shift, it becomes almost impossible to override with logic alone. Sign 5. Unexpected conversations open new paths. Watch closely for conversations that seem to appear out of nowhere. A message from someone you haven't spoken to in a while. An unplanned exchange with a stranger. An offhand comment that sparks an idea. These interactions may seem small in the moment, but they often carry the seeds of what's coming next. Miracles frequently arrive disguised as small talk. Sign 6. Your dreams become more vivid or symbolic. If your sleep has felt different lately, more vivid dreams, symbolic imagery, or dreams that feel emotionally significant. Even if you can't fully interpret them, this is often a sign that your subconscious is processing a shift before your waking mind fully catches up. Pay attention to how these dreams make you feel upon waking. That feeling is often more important than the details. Sign 7. You feel emotionally lighter, despite unresolved challenges. This is perhaps the clearest sign of all. Your circumstances may not have fully changed yet, but you have. Something that used to weigh heavily on your chest doesn't feel quite as heavy anymore. You're carrying the same story, but somehow it feels less like a burden and more like a chapter that's closing. Aquarius. If even one of these 7 signs has shown up for you recently, take that seriously. These are not just coincidences. They are quiet confirmations that your timeline is already moving. 4. What Aquarius should do next. So now the question becomes, what do you do with this information, Aquarius? How do you meet this shift in a way that helps it unfold with as much grace and speed as possible? First, trust your intuition over fear. Fear will always try to talk you out of good things. It will whisper doubts, worst-case scenarios, reasons to hold back. Your intuition, on the other hand, tends to feel calm and steady, even when it's guiding you toward something unfamiliar. When those two voices conflict, practice leaning toward the quieter, steadier one. Second, release attachment to past disappointments. This doesn't mean pretending the past didn't hurt. It means consciously choosing not to let old disappointments write the story of what's possible now. The version of your life that's arriving does not have to look like the version that fell apart before. Third, remain open to unexpected opportunities. Miracles rarely arrive in the exact form we imagined them. Sometimes what you asked for shows up wearing a completely different outfit than you expected. Stay flexible, stay open. Don't dismiss an opportunity just because it doesn't match the picture in your head. Fourth, practice gratitude daily, even for small things. Gratitude doesn't just feel good. It recalibrates your attention toward what's already going right, which makes you far more likely to notice new blessings as they arrive. Fifth, avoid negative self-talk. The way you speak to yourself during this window matters more than usual. If old thought patterns try to convince you that you don't deserve good things, or that this is too good to be true, gently interrupt that voice. You are allowed to receive good things without over-explaining or justifying them. Sixth, take inspired action when opportunities appear. The universe can open a door, but it's still up to you to walk through it. If something feels aligned, a message, an opportunity, a nudge, don't let overthinking talk you out of taking that first step. And finally, protect your energy from negativity. Not everyone around you will understand or celebrate this shift, and that's okay. You don't need permission or validation from others to trust what you're feeling. Protect your peace, protect your hope. Guard this quiet, unfolding miracle like the precious thing that it is. 5. The miracle that could arrive. First now, Aquarius, I know what you might be wondering. What exactly could this miracle look like? I can't tell you with certainty which one applies to you, because every soul's path is different, but here are some of the most common forms this shift tends to take. For some of you, this will show up as emotional healing, a weight lifting off your chest that you've carried for longer than you'd like to admit. A sense of peace with something that used to feel unresolved. For others, this could be a career breakthrough, a new opportunity, unexpected recognition, or a shift in direction that finally feels aligned with who you're becoming, not who you used to be. Some of you may experience financial improvement, not necessarily overnight wealth, but a noticeable easing, an unexpected resource, or a shift towards stability after a period of financial strain. For others, this shift will bring relationship clarity, finally seeing a situation for what it truly is, whether that means deepening a connection or finally releasing one that no longer serves you. Many of you will feel personal confidence returning, a sense of, I remember who I am, after a period of feeling lost or unsure of yourself. Some of you are on the edge of a spiritual awakening, a deeper connection to your intuition, your purpose, or your sense of meaning. And for many, this will simply feel like a new beginning, arriving unexpectedly, a fresh start you didn't see coming, in a form you couldn't have predicted. Whichever one resonates most with you right now, Aquarius, trust that feeling. Your soul often knows before your mind does. 6. Closing motivation. Aquarius, I want you to remember something as you go about the rest of your day. Miracles rarely arrive with noise. They begin quietly, in a feeling, a thought, a small shift you almost miss if you're not paying attention. Keep your faith steady, even in moments of doubt. Keep your patience intact, even when the timing feels slow. Because every single ending you've walked through, every disappointment, every closed door, every not yet, has only ever been clearing space for a better beginning. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be, standing right at the edge of something new. So take a breath, let your shoulders soften, and walk forward today with the quiet, steady knowing that your miracle timeline may have already begun. Aquarius, if this message resonated with your heart, comment, "I accept my miracle" below. Your words may inspire someone else who needs hope today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss your next Aquarius energy update. Remember, the universe often changes your life quietly, before the world ever notices.